Welcome to OnCore Indie, a weekly show about the latest indie mobile games. This week we're reviewing a game that's bringing old school Hong Kong kung fu action movies to your mobile device. It's called The Counter of Death. Let's get right into the review. Slapstick sound effects, terrible English dubbing, and the over-the-top revenge plot. These are all the cliches you would find in the kung fu movies of the 70s and 80s. These are also the tropes that build the world of The Counter of Death. In the game, you play a skilled kung fu hero who is seeking revenge for the death of his lover. The quick intro and start screen tell you everything you need to know about the story, but just like those classic Jackie Chan movies of the 80s, you're not picking this up for the story. It's the action that should capture your attention. The controls are extremely simple here. Tap up to counter a high punch and tap down to counter a body blow. This sounds easy at first, but just like the classic game Simon, as you advance further along, the combinations become a lot more demanding and your reflexes will have to be top notch to make it to level 3 or 4. Curlking Game Studios and Jamina, the developers behind The Counter of Death, really nail the look and feel of the game. The fight animations are solid, and the sound effects add to the authenticity. The entire game is essentially one long QuickTime event, but it was still incredibly satisfying to counter a string of attacks one after the other. I also like the fact that this isn't about button mashing your way through a room of bad guys. There's a refreshing simplicity to the gameplay. It also helps you can play with one hand. At the end of each floor, you'll encounter a boss battle. These fights are really tough, and you'll need a good amount of health to get past them, which you can purchase with the in-game currency. The boss battles end with a flurry of counter moves, which are triggered by a sequence of ups and downs that you have a limited time to get perfect. Once you hone in your timing, you'll be able to knock out guys with one hit by countering at the last possible frame before getting hit. This is very hard to get right, but really helps you plow through these levels. As a lifelong fan of kung fu movies, I feel like I might be a little bit biased, but The Counter of Death is one of my personal favorite games of the year so far. I love the simplicity of the gameplay paired with the heightened difficulty. It's kind of the perfect one-handed touchscreen experience. I do wish there was more to the game than just an arcade story mode. It would have been really cool to see some kind of endless mode or horde mode. Some variation there would have been great. But other than that, I can't really complain about the experience. I'll be playing The Counter of Death for quite a while. Now, if you watch this review and end up downloading the game, let us know by tweeting us. You can find us at Halfbrick, and we'll see you next time.